Hi everybody, welcome to Weighted to Win Betway Thursday. I'm with Daryl Marie and we're going to look at our Thursday meeting this afternoon. Starts to get warmer on the Highveld as well. The degrees start to pick up. In terms of the track, well, the outside track, where they're using the entire track. So there's no false rail, anything like that where, you're basically positioned on the outside or on the inside. It's now, I would imagine, the stall's positioned in the middle of the outside track and you decide where you want to go, inside, middle or outside. First race on the card, 7-2 the field from Betway, and number 5, Antonio Gaudi, tops the board, 7-2, with number 11, Pennsylvania, who's priced up at that same price or thereabouts. 9-2, number 13, Green Street, don't know much about this first timer, for Sean Terry, and number 15, Quasi Cat, who put up a very good performance when last at the races, 5-1. Spy Story, number 6, is priced up 7-1, and it's 8-1 and better about the others. Okay, Mr. Marie, welcome. Nice to have you back. Well done again yesterday.
No, Inglefield did us down, Clyde.
Yeah, it let you down, but the other one, what was it that fired up all engines, was 10-1? 10-1, and it started 3-1.
Yeah, heavily supported. Never in doubt, eh?
I never saw the race, but...
never in doubt. I watched the replay.
Convincingly. I did watch Inglefield, though.
And what did you think?
I did see that. Well, you said the horse needs to be in a position that it's handy.
Yeah,
you did say.
I promise you,
came from last and 8 wide.
If I could have bet in running, I would have laid it. Like I said on the show, I'd like her to be in the top 2, turning for home. Clyde, opening leg of the bar pot. Now you touched on the false rail. My opinion is they're going to come to the outside.
Okay.
So I'm brassing Quasi Cat. I mean, she's drawn 1.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough, debut. Skeptical about their form line. Now, Antonio Gaudi and Spy Story have both improved since being gelded. Antonio Gaudi finished well clear of the balance of the field last time out. Pennsylvania. Now, listening to Tony in the interview prior to his debut, he was upbeat. He said he's got ability and they're expecting a forward run. On that occasion, he was drawn on the wrong side of the track.
Right.
Now he's drawn on the right side, or what could be the right side.
You know, when he moved in, I watched him. I think we had him, I think it was a PA that we took, or so I can't remember, a straight line PA. And so the certainty you can't lose at the 300 or 400.
So you like it
and
that
it
he's
stopped,
coming
it
back
fell
in
in a
trip?
hole 100 to go.
You like it that he's coming back in trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think he was surrounded by some average sorts, but a lot of scope for improvement. And then I've included the 2 fillies trained by Sean Terry, numbers 13 and 14. Now let's touch on the dam. Number 13, Green Street. Dam won twice over a mile. And number 14, Rebel Queen, was actually very quick. I think she won 7 sprint races. So, yeah, I mean, we know that Mr. Terry's firing. So I went several runners over here. I even included number 12, who's been rested and gelded.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, so you've got quite a few horses in the first leg of the bipod. Let's get that bipod on now, ladies and gentlemen. Daryl Marie's been in pretty solid form. All right, welcome back. Race number 2 on the card. Let's get our place accumulators on. This is a 1,200 meter, and the market's on. We're doing this Wednesday. The market's got this horse number 12, Zalta Star, top of the boards, priced up at 5-2 favourite. Number 4, Cars Big as Bars, is the second choice, 33-10. And then we've got a first-timer, Jabera, number 9 on the card, who's priced up at 5-1. And then you can get 7 or 8-1 and better about the others. It's a tricky race, or where are you with the CB?
I think it's Jubera. I'm not 100% sure.
It's a Jubera, okay.
It's a plant.
All right.
Number 9 now, Clyde. We recall her dam. I mean, she was useful, but she had more stamina on her side. I think she won from a mile upwards. But a lot of her siblings have won sprints. 1,200 meter races, 1,000 meter races. So I think number 9 could make a winning debut if she's above average. I don't think the form on offer here is that great. Cars Big as Bars, lovely debut. Once again, the strength of the field. That was a work rider event, but she's got scope for improvement, Clyde.
Yes.
So she could certainly make that improvement. Number 1, Duchess of Seville. I don't know if these are Brett Crawford, Brett St. James's first runners on the Highveld in recent times.
Yeah, they've been very quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
But
now this mare, or this filly, sorry, 4-year-old filly, last time out, maybe Clyde. It was a work rider event. I'm not too sure what happened in that race, but in her penultimate start, when returning from a layoff, right, she had the worst of the draws, drawn 11 out of 11, and it wasn't a bad effort whatsoever, because we know that Do It With Diamonds has certainly done well since exiting the maiden ranks.
Yeah.
Key Worker won from there. The third place horse, Mary Reed, won from there, and a filly that finished behind her has won indirectly. So
Not too short for her, this 12.
She may race fresh.
No, okay.
She may race fresh.
All right.
And
That's
then the current favourite, Zalta Star, nice improvements in her second start. I just think that she maybe needs further, but in this sort of lineup, she could be effective. Yeah, once again, the form on offer is not strong. So if number 9's fancied, I can see her making a winning debut. But
All right.
yes,
You said it's called Jubera. What did you say?
Jubera, I think.
Jubera. Okay, the One World, first time, it might be the right one. We don't know anything about it, but watch the market and we'll see how this all plays out. Daryl in his place accumulator got 1, 4, 9 and 12 in the first leg. Okay, welcome back. Betway's betting race number 3, pick 6 time. For John Wick, looks the right one, 3-1 favourite. One Longsword, 33-10, not out of it, got a chance. And if this horse is fit and ready, number 3, Chieftain, will blow them away. At 7-2, it's 9-2 and better, or 5-1 and better about the others. A horse like Secret Court may have a squeak of a chance in a race like this. It's an interesting race at the end of the day, and it's over 1,000 metres. That's the question you ask yourself, is what's suited to this distance, the 5 furlongs? And let's ask Daryl what about that question, which is the better 5 furlong
I'm a little bit
horse?
worried that you said Chieftain's going to blow them away.
Well, if he's ready, isn't he? He's a lovely horse.
Clyde, he is. Now, I've taken one horse out my pick 6 perm the entire day. And it's Chieftain because of the cost of the perm. If you're willing to spend a little bit more or even take a smaller percentage, please include number 3, Chieftain. I mean, obviously, rested and gelded. He's making his handicap debut. Yeah, he beat a struggling maiden in Triple T. And then last time out, yeah, it was a decent enough effort, Clyde. I mean, he beats Danson from Stanton, who's come out to win.
That form's hold. I mean, it was a while ago, but it's held up. There was a quality wise, it was a very strong field.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a grade 3.
I think you might have to add this horse in now. Sorry,
yeah, okay, add it. John Wick, I mean, the boys were desperately unlucky last time out. This was picked coming out the pens, or he stumbled, and his race was, he spoiled his chances at the start. I mean, if he got a clean break, I think he would have gone very close to making it back-to-back victories. Yeah, Clyde, he's got a chance. He's drawn on that outside running rail.
When they've looked for Stratum, I see.
Yeah, and the booking of Stratum, you know, when Strike and Fabian have teamed up, I think they currently at a 50% winning strike rate. Number 1, Longsword. Now take note, the son of William Longsword has been fitted with a set of blinkers for the first time. Now in my perms, I banked Longsword in the PA and the bar part, and I didn't know that the blinkers were fitted. I want to watch him go down to the start, Clyde, with the blinkers on. I'll tell you why I banked him. 3 runs back, he should have won behind Esquivel. Then behind Tchaikovsky, he had no cover. Okay? And then last time out, he was drawn on the wrong side of the field. Gavin's ridden him in twice. 3 times he's finished second on him. He's a hold-up type of horse. I just hope he settles with that with the blinkers on. Now, if you go on that run when you finish behind Tchaikovsky, he gave Tchaikovsky, you can see, 2.5 kilograms, right?
Yes.
Now have a look at John Wick. Last time out, John Wick finished alongside Tchaikovsky. Both of them finished alongside Tchaikovsky, but he was in receipt of 0.5 kilogram.
Okay.
So if you're using Tchaikovsky as a line horse, I think Longsword has got John Wick's measure, but races aren't run on paper. I respect all of numbers 1, 3, and 4, Clyde.
Okay. 1, 3, and 4 respected. Daryl's pick 6, 1 and 4, but you may want to add the 3 Chieftain in now. Think about it. Likely raced horse. Anything's possible. By 1 and 2, by 1 and 6, by 1, 2, 6, by field, by 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, let's get on to our next event on the card. It's over 1,400 metres, where on Wednesday, number 2, Trident King topped the boards at 3-1 as favourite. 1, Champion Warrior, 33-10, second favourite. And number 3, Foster Novo, is priced up at 4-1. You can get about the 5 key news on Wednesday was 4-1, 10-1, and better about the balance. Well, Trident King is the horse to beat, and David Nevenhuizen, Gavin Lorena team up. We're going to show you, Daryl Marie will talk us through this horse's last start to run for cover, and there's it highlighted at the moment. Daryl, you want to take us through?
Yes, Clyde. It looked like he had a fighting chance of here. Right down the inside is Wolf Mountain, who subsequently won, and on the extreme outside, closest to us, is We Are the Logan. So this replay has actually been good to us.
It has, absolutely. And he fights all the way to the line, Trident King, doesn't he?
Yes, he never let down in the finish. Clyde,
this course and distance, I see there's no record of course and distance for this particular horse.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be a problem, right?
I don't think it will be a problem. Listen, it's been quite some time since he's contested a race up the straights. But you can see he's recently changed stables, and in his penultimate start with Pierce Radom up, the race went pear-shaped for him. He was caught wide. That run was actually better than what it appears on paper. And then last time out, off at 81, you can see he dropped another 3 pounds before his last start. He confirmed that this is a competitive mark for him. And the fact that that form line's holding up, you have to give him a strong winning chance of here. Number 2, Trident King. Number 1, Champion Warrior, the son of Twice Over, is under-delivered. I mean, he's only a 2-time winner, and he won his first and his second start. So it's been quite some time. I mean, over 2 years since he's seen the winner's enclosure. Last time out, strictly on paper, you're going to make him a very hard horse to beat because he ran well above his rating. I mean, Mount Pinatubo and the Specialist are in the 110 region, but he was flattered by it being a small field. But I think I'm really keen to see how he goes up the straight. You know, last time out, the stable wasn't quite firing yet, Sean. I mean, it was a month ago, but recently, over the last 2 weeks, Sean has really come well. So Striker, he's deserted his beloved Whirly for his mates also here, Joe D'Amato and Lance Michaels, Champion Warrior.
Yeah, because he rides for Joe D'Amato, right?
Yeah.
So some will say, why is he not riding Trident King? Because he's ridden it before, and I would imagine he's obligated to ride Champion Warrior. Who's got a chance?
Got a big chance. I mean, I'm really keen to see how he goes. So 1 and 2, I mean, they are the top 2 in the market, so I'm not really thinking outside of the box over here, but I do believe they are the top, the 2 horses to focus on.
Okay, well, there's Daryl's jackpot. That's what we're sticking with. 1 and 2. All right, well, here they go, 2,000 meters now. And number 1, American Rebel, on the Wednesday, topped the boards at 3-1. We're going to take a look at American Rebel's rerun in just a moment. Daryl will talk us through it and just show you how unlucky American Rebel was. And what does appear to be an open race, perhaps American Rebel, you know, you could follow with a bit of confidence. Number 6, Panning Gold, is the second favourite, priced up 4-1, as is number 9, Guy Alexander. The 7, Caliburn, is the next best in the market at 5-1, and 5-1 about number 4, Red Legend. You can get 6 and 7-1 about the others. But let's go back to American Rebel. Here's what happened. You'll see it in the highlighted circle, in the white with the orange cap, looking for a way through at the rail, Daryl.
At the rail now, Clyde. Now, look at Muzi standing up in the irons over there. Now, watch towards the latter end of the race as well. I mean, this horse's momentum was lost. And you can see he's just having a luckless run over there.
Yeah, unfortunately not ridden out at the end.
Now, I'm the first to admit when it's a congested finish like that, I'm not overly bullish. But the fact that this horse has come down half a kilogram since then, and he should have gone, I mean, he could have finished at maybe a length closer if he got going.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can see he's off a very competitive mark.
Well, they've dropped him a pound, as you say, which is interesting.
So I don't think he was disgraced last time out whatsoever. So with a clear run, I'm really going to believe that he's the horse to beat.
There seem to be a few hard luck stories in that race from what we just saw, eh?
Yeah, Clyde. Gavin for Washong, I like it when they team up together. I mean, they mean business. Now, I'm not convinced with the flag bearer form. So I've excluded quite a few of here. Although they do have form to be competitive, I've excluded all of Caliburn, Full Go, and Guy Alexander. So if you want to go wider, possibly include number 7, 8, and 9. But I really think that Panning Gold is the only danger to American Rebel. Now, Panning Gold, yes, we all saw his second start behind Legend of Arthur, where he beat horses like Mount Pinatubo and a few others that have come out to win. And we expect him to have broken through the maiden ranks by now. But maybe that rest did him the world of good. He was closing in stoutly on the inside track. Striker takes the ride for his sponsors.
No problem with the distance? Going over the
Yeah.
extra 2,000 or the
Listen,
extra
the
400?
Heavenly Blue won the Derby. didn't
Yeah,
he?
sure. So there shouldn't be an issue, right?
Shouldn't be an issue. And the way that he's been staying on in his races, maybe this is what he's looking for.
Correct.
He's making his handicap debut. It is a handicap, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's his handicap debut. He's unexposed over this distance.
Yeah.
Let's see how he goes.
2-horse race?
Yeah, I believe so.
2-horse race.
I am favouring American Rebel because
Yes.
he's certain to get the distance.
Yeah. Okay. Well, interesting. 2-horse race, and maybe Panning Gold, Daryl's picked up on something here. This fella appeared is +1 in terms of the carded weight. But in our jackpots, we're going 1 and 6 in the first leg. Call me when you need me, tops the boards. 9-2 the field, though, Betway Market Wednesday. So it's an open race. 2 in the beginning at 5-1. 5-1 about number 8, Second Breath. 6-1 about number 4, Francine. And also 6-1 about number 7, Love Grass, I beg your pardon. Kindred Heart, number 6 on the card, is trading around 7-1. It's 8-1 and better about the others. So this race, in terms of ID, is a handicap fillies and mares. Over 1,200 metres. It's marked at the 94 level. And there'll be a few in here with chances, Daryl. I would imagine that you've included in everything.
Yeah, I've narrowed it down to 3 runners. If you want to go wider, maybe look at number 3, Wings Within Me, and maybe Golden Aspen, number 11. But even number 9, Global Thunder. But I went 1, 2, and 6. Now let's start with number 6, Kindred Heart, Clyde. Obviously, Striker can't do that weight, so there's no chance of him having opted to ride.
Go for that.
Yeah. So, I mean, she has...
Because he has a contract signed with Arun Chadha and Warren Ripon, eh?
Yeah, so she's only... she's actually running a handicap that was in her penultimate start, but that was over 1,000 meters at Greyville. So it appears as if she was run off her feet and she was staying on.
Yes.
This race could have really done her the world of good. I mean, she's a lightly raced 3-year-old filly. She's got 52 to shoulder. I mean, she's locked horns with a little ballerina Quid Pro Quo. I mean, she's not far off the
Same
best.
course and distance when running to Little Ballerina.
Yeah, she's not so. I mean, she's only a few lengths off the best of her generation. So I think 52, even if she's in need of this, I think she could really give them some cheek.
Okay.
Now, the one to beat...
Well, 52, yeah, because of the claim, yeah.
The one to beat, because she's really effective over this course and distance, is number 1, Call Me When You Need Me. Now, 3 runs back, she pulverized the field. And she's once again drawn towards the outside. Hopefully she can get some cover from the 7-year-old mare in Bindart Gem and get the run of the race. She can certainly feature over here. And she should, on that run, hold Second Breath and Wings Within Me. But
Only 2 starts this course and distance, first and second.
Yeah, she
Call Me
loves
When
it
You
over
Need
here.
Me. She
Yeah.
loves it.
Also, in the beginning, it was a very effective course and distance. And I loved her return last time out, Clyde. It was a gentle return from the worst of the draws. She stayed on stoutly towards the inside. Now, if you watch that replay, she only finished a length off Captain Peg. Now, Captain Peg came out and ran 3rd in the Betway Joburg Fillies and Mares Spring Challenge over the weekend behind Celtic Rumours. I think she's going to strip much fitter. The stable's really on fire.
Yeah.
So, in the beginning, I think she's going to be really competitive over here. So, like I said, I went with numbers 1, 2, and 6.
Also in the beginning, another course and distance ideally suited. And a serious campaigner here is in the beginning. 1, 2, and 6 in the first of the pick 3 by 9 and 10 by 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, well, this is a competitive race now. There are a few that have got chances that you need to consider in a race like this. Let's just get an idea or a guide from betting on the Wednesday. 6 to 1 the field, so they have no help. 6 to 1 the field, you can't really blame them. 6, 7 to 1, 8 to 1, that's how they priced up everything. Silent War, Pomodoro's Jet, and also like Argo Alley. Also, Jury's Out. There are a few of them in there. Brave Viking, I just want to check what price that is. I'll give it a bit of a squeak of a chance, 10 to 1. But Silent War, I thought this one's got ability. I mean, if I had to choose one in particular, it might be him. What do you think?
Yeah, Clyde. His races up the Turpentine Straight, he's just been like a furlong too short for him because he's really been doing his best work late. So maybe this track and trip's going to be ideal for him, yeah. Grand Heritage last year, he was desperately unlucky. I don't know if you recall.
Yes.
He
made up ground in the closing stages, got be two
in
legs.
that race was Chivano, who just finished ahead of him. So, yeah, it's a very, very difficult race.
You give a horse like Brave Viking any sort of chance, I like it.
Yeah.
As a bit of a shrewdy in the race. I thought it'd be
Claude,
a bigger price, but...
what happened to him last time? Was he scratched? I'm sure he was scratched. Do you recall?
I can't recall. I can't remember.
They scratched him at the start.
I'm just having a look at the form.
I don't think the jockey was happy with the way he's striding out, if I remember correctly. In my jackpots and my pick 6, or my jackpots and my pick 6, I went the entire field, but I couldn't do that with the pick 3 and the double. So I only put my top two picks, which happened to be Jury's Out, number 9. He's only had one go at this course and distance, and he won it on that occasion. Clyde, in his last start, the race wasn't run to suit. It didn't go well for him in running, and I thought that was a very commendable effort on his behalf.
They put the money on RC, Jury's Out last time.
And Gavin gets on extremely well with him, so I like his chances. And also Open Highway. Now, I was never happy. I tipped him last time out. I was never happy in running with what I was seeing. This horse gets the 1400 on his coconut, and Jeffrey's a very quiet rider. He likes to sit still on horses. So if he can just get those horses to relax in running, he'll be doing his best work late, and hopefully the gap's open for him. But Clyde, there's so many in here with chances. I mean, if I start mentioning one, I'm going to have to mention 10. So I'm just touching on my top 2.
So Open Highway and
Jury's Out.
And Jury's Out. Those are your top 2, okay? And there are a few more that have got serious claims in the race of this nature. We haven't even mentioned Argo Alley, who bounced away from them after a long break and enjoyed every moment of it. Draw, we don't know where the draw is going to end up, but there's the last double of the day. Okay, let's get back into our next event on the card now, race number 7 and race number 8, I beg your pardon. Now, I wish it was race number 7. We could go back and have a bet. Race 8, 1200 meters, the handicap, and it's at 74 level. What's the situation with the market? Let's take a look what the guys have decided to do the day before. Number 1, Francillion is top of the boards at 18 to 10. 22 to 10 about number 3, Palace Dancer as the second favourite. And the market's got 7 or 8 to 1 bar those two. Question, Daryl Marie, is it a two-horse race?
No.
Not?
Yeah. Do they have the most scope for improvements? Absolutely. Yeah, Clyde, you can see they've met in the past. Now, that was the Tony Peter trained Palace Dancer's debut.
Yes.
And she got within a length of Francillion, and she's a kilogram better off. So on paper, one should say she should reverse the form.
Sure.
But the reason why I'm leaning towards Francillion over is because of the draw. That's the only reason. If Palace Dancer was drawn high and Francillion was drawn low, I would have gone with the Palace Dancer. But the two older mares I've included and I've got respect for. You know, Rainier Rubies is in really good form currently. You know, she's won 3 races in her career, Clyde. Yes. All 3 over this course and distance. So she loves it.
She thoroughly enjoys it.
She really loves it, and she's drawn high. So yes, you have to give her a chance. But I think number 7, Mix the Magic, has got a chance of reversing the form with Rainy and Rubies. You can see she was only 2.25 lengths behind her in her penultimate start, and she's 2.5 kilograms better off. So I've got respect for her too. So it does look like the 4 of them should really contest the finish, but it is a fillies and mares handicap, and you can see several.
Don't rule out an upset.
Yeah. What about if you want to go wider? Maybe We Will Rock You, coming off a rest. But yeah, I think Marco's taken the ride on number 6, Give Me the Flame. So I don't know, Clyde. I don't know.
Tough.
Very tough.
Not easy, but maybe on to Raining Rubies. That could be the right one. Let's see. 1357 is our recommended play. In terms of what are we doing? Taking exacta? Okay, we're boxing that. That's the Thursday afternoon meeting. Thank you, everybody, for watching Betway Way to the Win. We're back with a weekend preview. There's a lot of racing coming up, all in line for the Betway Summer Cup.